Now we move on to our next part of the video, and that is going to be the Dallas Cowboys have officially announced that they parted ways with Matt Eberflus, and everybody was excited because the exit presser, you know, they're talking about it could take like 7 to 10 days for exit interviews, and we had to evaluate everything. And I'm like, what the hell are we evaluating? We had 18 weeks of season to look at tape and see that this defense was, as Shady McCoy so eloquently put it towards Dak, this defense was ass. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think it was tough to evaluate at all. Like,
again, we talked about this before early in the season. We were calling for his fucking head before the bye week. Like, bruh. It was already wraps. We were like, we've already seen enough.
We've seen enough.
That we already know this shit ain't going nowhere. Let whoever is the backup fucking coordinator step in and take over, because this bullshit, whatever the fuck it is that we're doing right now, is just not working. So,
and we were so dug in. We were entrenched in the mindset. Eberflus, I'm saying we, by we, I mean Matt Eberflus, was so entrenched in the mindset of I'm doing it my way.
Yeah.
I'm doing my system. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. I'm not going to be adaptable. I'm not going to make it to where I'm trying to fit my scheme to the players. It's more of I'm making the players fit to my scheme. That didn't work, and he was just like,
well, we're gonna keep
Murray, you're gonna be on the field. Logan Wilson, sit your ass down. Maris Leofold, don't even get on the field for no reason.
For no reason.
You know what I'm saying?
One of the brightest parts in our secondary, but no, don't.
Khair Elam, come on down. You can play cornerback. Micah Parsons, trade his ass. We can scheme pressure. No. Yeah. And Eberflus was behind those decisions. Bobby Belt, 105 Through the Fan, kind of coming out with that and saying, hey, I know for a fact Matt Eberflus signed off on the Micah Parsons trade and sold to the Jones boys. We can scheme pressure. We don't need Micah as a pass rusher. We can scheme it up. We didn't scheme up a goddamn thing this year, bro.
Not a goddamn.
Goddamn thing, bro. We were out here looking like lost souls out there. Nobody generate no pass rush. Nobody getting near the quarterback. Man, we didn't generate no turnovers.
When your defense is literally giving up almost 30-plus points a game, 30-plus points a fucking game, you know you have a problem, bro. I don't think we had one game, maybe one game that was under 20 points. Outside of that, almost every other fucking game was almost 30 points per game, bro, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Again, we talked about it at the end of the season. Having missed our opportunity with possibly one of the best offenses we've seen through Dallas in the longest fucking time, to have the absolute worst fucking defense in the league. It is just...
That's maddening, dog. That is maddening.
Mind-blowing, bro. Mind-blowing. And, bro, I can't tell you how happy I was when I finally got the little notification on my phone saying the Cowboys have officially released Matt Eberflus.
Hey, you sent it to me.
Bro,
you said like, that to me. I was like, is this legitimate? Let's cite our source here.
I was so fucking happy.
I felt like we made the playoffs that day, bro. I was like, we didn't wait.
But it was like, it took long enough. Again, I had been preaching since before the fucking bye week. Like, let's just get rid of his ass, put somebody else in his place, somebody that actually schemes up a fucking defense, utilizing the players that we have to the best of their abilities, instead of saying, oh no, you know what? I like this guy, and this guy. Let's throw them in there. And all these other guys, even though we picked up these new guys too, let's kind of sit them on the bench right there. You know, I don't know them too well. Let's just hold on to those pieces right now. So For me, again, bro, I was super elated, I would say, as soon as I got that notification, and I couldn't be happier about it. Um,
Right.
Now we're getting to the part where now Dallas is actively, which is surprising again, just like you said earlier. It is surprising that Dallas is already moving right now instead of waiting until the beginning of the fucking season to start finding somebody. They're moving now to try to see who's going to be our next defensive coordinator. And my assumption is that they're trying to do that so that way we can get that coach in and established with the players before the OTAs of next year. So that way we can all start hitting the floor at the same time, being like, all right, now we got a new defensive coordinator. We may have a new defensive scheme, but now everybody gets to work at the same pace. And we'll all be on the same fucking page when it comes to game time.
Right. The reality is they need to jump on it sooner rather than later because there are so many people looking for coaches.
Yes.
And not just coaches, but head coaches.
Yes.
So you're looking at a lot of guys that are coming in to interview as a DC that could also get some consideration as head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you're competing with other teams that need a DC. So now, you have to be active. You have to be in that mix. I think the Cowboys front office feels the pressure from the fan base. Like, we let this year slide with the best offense we've had in years. We're not going to tolerate it again. We blew a golden opportunity. Mm-hmm. This will not stand. I think Jerry is tired of biting the bullet for the front office. I think Jerry doesn't get the opportunity to he signs the checks, but he doesn't necessarily always have the final say. He's going to be the one that's like, I have a brain trust around me. And as a group, we're going to go ahead and vote on player personnel. That's why, like, when we talk about players like Derrick Henry, he gets upset. Not because, he didn't want him, but he wanted him. But Steven, Will, maybe they're the ones telling him, we can't afford it. We can't do that. So he just kind of goes out there and he parrots and delivers that message like, we couldn't afford that. We can't do that. Knowing that Derrick Henry was not expensive. And he's still racking up yards for the Ravens.
Like crazy.
So you look at something like that, and I think he's like, bullshit, I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to show my ass in front of everybody. I'm making the calls from here on out. He was on that presser, and he was like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to be active in free agency. You don't hear that very often from him.
No.
We heard the all-in a couple years ago, and everybody was like, what the hell does that mean? I think he misspoke at that time. I think Steven and Will and the others that he listens to kind of reeled them in. And I think this go around, he's like, damn, Matt, y'all are not talking me off of it. I know what I want. I know who I want. I'm going to go get him, and y'all can't tell me otherwise. Figure it out.
Yeah, I think that having that mentality from Jerry, we give him a lot of shit a lot of times because of some of the, in our opinion, some of the boneheaded moves that the front office has made. And I think he takes a lot of flack because of everything that's happened. But now seeing that the way that he's talking now, him knowing for a fact that not to wish anything bad on anybody, but knowing that his time is limited. He doesn't have forever, And I know that he's at a point now as a businessman, you know what you want, you know what kind of product you want to put out there. And I think he's going to say, the hell with all the opinions, the hell with everything else. I'm finna show y'all what I do when I make the decisions, not based on what my front office or what my brain trust or whoever the hell is in his ear, not to take anything away from them, but I'm not going to just trust their opinion. If I feel like we need to make a move now, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to move in this direction right now instead of waiting. So
what we need to do is we got 2 first-round picks this year and 2 next year. Yep. Burn next year's first-round picks. Give 1 to the Raiders. Give 1 to the Bengals. And go get Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson. Go get them both. Go get them both. They're both hurt.
Supposedly hurt.
Get your first. Give up the first round. You know what you're getting with those 2 commodities. There is no guessing game of can they play. Can they play edge?
if we're gonna do that, why don't we just go try to get TJ Watt? Shit.
Because we could have had him. And we took Taco Charlton.
Bro, don't
piss me off, bro.
Don't even remind me that.
Piss me off, bro. You're about to really piss me off.
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible. So anyway, man, I do think that we have moves to make. I do think that we have cap space to manipulate. You know, I hate the Eagles, dog. I would love if there was some miracle way we could poach Howie Roseman away from the Eagles and have him come be general manager here for the Cowboys. I'd be like, shut the hell up. Let him do what he's got to do. Pick our players so we'll be good for a bunch of years. Manipulate the salary cap any way you need to. Finagle it so that we can get players and be damn good for years to come and not be looking like we've been looking for the last 30. So I'll give Philly credit where it's due. Their GM, phenomenal.
Not me. Fuck
and
the
I'd
Eagles.
love to have him here.
Fuck the Eagles.
Hell no. They looking at us, bro. They in the playoff.
Fuck the Eagles.
We on the couch. We on the couch. Anyway, man.
Anyway.
I'm excited to see Eberflus gone. I'm excited to see where this defensive coaching search heads towards.
Yeah.
It's exciting that a lot of the times when a coaching position opens up, what do you see? We already know who we have in mind. We just play the part and, you know, just window shop a little bit, kick the tires knowing we already have our candidate. This go around, it looks like we're turning stones, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of names being kicked around already as it is. If you guys look at your Twitter feed and everything else, I know one name that keeps popping up for me is Brian Flores from Minnesota. That he could be a potential candidate.
He got head coaching potential, bro.
That's what I said too. You know, I don't. It would be nice to have him, but I see him more in a head coaching position somewhere else. That's just the reality of things. If we can get him, and we can pick him up, shit, I'm not gonna be mad at that. I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I don't know where we're going. I see a lot of names being thrown around, but like you said, there's a lot of head coaching vacancies right now. There's a lot of people interviewing for a lot of different positions right now. So we'll see where it goes, but super excited to hear Jerry kind of showing us that he's got that fire behind his in his behind or on his behind right now at this point to try to get some shit moving to get us going in the right direction.
You know who I'm looking at, man, and it's a very popular name, and I like it because their defense is phenomenal, is Jim Leonhard out of Denver.
Yes.
That defense is obnoxiously good, bro.
Bro.
And
ridiculously good.
The Broncos have emerged as my AFC team. I adopted them this year as my AFC team. I have them going to the Super Bowl.
It's crazy.
And Jim Leonhard coming here, hey, take it from my favorite AFC team, put him on my favorite NFL team.
Yes.
Make that defense great again.
I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice.
So we'll see, man. We'll see how it all plays out, but I'm excited, man. I'm just glad that we're not being stagnant and waiting around for everybody else. We're like, damn that. We're going to be proactive instead of reactive. And that's a huge sign for this team. So kudos to Jerry Jones. Bump Steven. Bump Willie Earl McClay over there. Just let Jerry cook, bro. Let him wildcat a little bit.
For an acre.
Yeah, that's it.